Ladies and gentlemen, it is again a great evening. And I call this a great evening because I have the pleasure of hosting you for the fourth webinar of the Stay Active movement. Thank you, each and every one of you, for participating. And we are going to rock the next 55 minutes. Today's topic is such a beautiful and such a wonderful topic. I'm sure my counterpart Jagan is going to take us through the achievements and the shared journey beautifully well. But yes, there is something that I would like to share from my heart. And you know what that is? We always think that it is the big things that have to be celebrated. It is those once in a lifetime occurrences that are notable, and it is those big things that make life what it is worth. But over a period of time, ladies and gentlemen, what I have realized is that those big things are there, they are necessary, but what is equally important is the everyday achievements, the everyday stuff that we win, the everyday, because I know this quote, our days are our lives in miniature. I will repeat the quote, ladies and gentlemen. Our days are our lives in miniature. And that's what the next, 50 odd minutes are going to be. Let's look at what holds on for the next 55 minutes. But before we begin, there is an important question that I want you all to answer. I want you all to consider. I want you all to tell us what you feel, and that is coming right on your screen. We have been conducting this survey for quite some time, and this survey, the survey is what are the needs of the senior citizens? What are the challenges they have? What is it that what is it that they need? What is it that is important, right? And there are these five options that we have, and we are doing this. We have done this at the Jubilant Fair in Coimbatore. We have been doing this as our introductory question for the last two webinars as well, and we will continue to do it because we are accumulating this data for our research, which will then become important insights, and something useful is going to come out with it. So the question is, what are the top challenges in your opinion that seniors or elders face? Physical health issues, lack of mental well-being and happiness, lack of senior friendly facilities, lack of purpose post retirement, lack of healthy useful habits, or lack of independence and autonomy. What do you think are the significant challenges that seniors or elders face? Please use your chat and let us know. We already have a couple of responses. Vaishali says meaningful engagement. Very, very important. That is Vaishali. Thank you very much for giving us a new perspective of meaningful engagement. But I what we would like to see is, Vaishali, if I may ask you, and also to the 21 other odd participants in today's meeting, if you need to pick one of the options that are available on your screen, which is the one that you would pick? If you have to pick one, which is the one that you would pick? I'm waiting for your responses, and while your responses are coming, you need to know who I am. My name is Akash, and I am the co-founder of Stay Active Movement 4075 Kovai chapter. And this Stay Active Movement, while I am the co-founder, Jagan, who's also on the screen, who's also going to curate today's session, is the founder. Jagan has been in the field of geriatrics for more than a decade, and I have been actively assisting him with this vision of bringing stay active, and generally to 1 million elders at large. So let's quickly look at what are the responses that we see. Beautiful health issues. Arun says lack of purpose. Vaishali says that as well. GK says lack of purpose post retirement. In fact, if I don't know if you all attended my previous session, that was the number one fear. I took a session on challenges for fears of retirement. That was the webinar number 3, and I spoke about 7 fears. One of the most significant fear is, who am I? Right? We live with certain identity for until the day we stop actively working. And unfortunately, what happens is that fear is, okay, who am I post retirement? Who am I after I stop actively working is something that is very significant. And I totally agree with you. Sumati says lack of independence and autonomy. Pramila says lack of independence and autonomy as well. And Hema says lack of identity. Thank you so very much. We're going to use this in our research, and this is so very important. So, how many of you, this is your first webinar that you have come? This is your first webinar that you have come. How many of you, for how many of you, this is the first webinar? I can see a few names who are new to the webinar. Right. Pramila has raised her hand. I know. Hi, Pramila. Thank you for raising your hand. And then Vaishali has also mentioned, and there are a few others for whom this is your first webinar. How many of you? Yeah. So Suresh, this is your second. So which one did you attend? Was it the third one where I spoke about retirement, or was it the one where we spoke about are you winning the game of life, so on and so forth? Oh, the first one, are you winning the game of life? Wonderful. Thank you, Suresh, for coming back today. It's lovely to see you. And if there are others who know me, wave a hand. Hi, everyone. Wonderful to meet you here. Thank you, Dr. Valalar. I remember, yes, this is your second webinar. So for all of those for whom this is the first webinar, I am sure you'd like to know what the Stay Active movement is. I know Jagan is right here, but we have a video that we have recorded, and we would love to present it for about 2 minutes. So allow me these 2 minutes, and here we go. மனசுல நிறைய கேள்விகள் இருக்கலாம். இந்த குரூப் எதுக்கு, இந்த 50-75 என்ன, இந்த குரூப்ல வந்து ஃபிட்னஸ் பத்தி பேச போறாங்களா, இந்த மாதிரி நிறைய கேள்விகள் இருக்கலாம். எனக்கு ஜஸ்ட் ஒரு 1 minute டைம் கொடுங்க, என்னன்னு சொல்லி நான் சொல்லிடுறேன். எங்களோட மிஷன் என்னன்னு, 1 மில்லியன் எல்டர்ஸ் அவங்கள வந்து சந்தோஷமாகவும் ஆக்டிவாகவும் வைக்கிறது தான் எங்களோட மிஷன். சரிங்களா? ஏன்னா அவங்களோட சீனியர் காலத்துல அவங்கள வந்து அந்த எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் லைஃப்லோட பெஸ்ட் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸா இருக்கணும்னு நாங்க விருப்பப்படுறோம். சரிங்களா? And I am the founder of this Stay Active movement. சரிங்களா? உங்கள மாதிரி எனக்கு ஒரு கிராண்ட் பேரண்ட்ஸ் இருந்தாங்க. அவங்க கிட்ட இருந்து நிறைய விஷயங்களை கத்துக்கிட்டேன். கேரக்டர், பழக்க வழக்கம், ஃபுட், ரெஸ்பெக்ட், ஸ்டோரிஸ், வேல்யூஸ். இன்னைக்கு நான் இருக்கேன்னா இதெல்லாம் அன்னைக்கு நான் தாத்தா பாட்டி கத்துக்கிட்ட விஷயங்கள். சரிங்களா? அவங்கள எப்பவுமே பார்த்தப்ப பாத்தீங்கன்னா அவங்க வந்து சந்தோஷமாகவும் ஃப்ரீயா ரெஸ்பெக்டோட இருந்தாங்க. தலை நிமிர்ந்து நடந்துட்டு. ஆனா இப்ப பாக்குறது பாத்தீங்கன்னா வேறுபட்டவங்க. இந்த உலகத்துல இந்த காலகட்டத்தில் நான் பாக்குறது என்னன்னு பாத்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு கஷ்டம், எங்க பார்த்தாலும் ஒரு கஷ்டம். ரெண்டாவது பாத்தீங்கன்னா அவங்களுக்கான டிஸ்ரெஸ்பெக்ட் அடைந்து கிடைக்கிறது இல்லை. அப்புறம் ரொம்ப முக்கியமான பாத்தீங்கன்னா இவங்களுக்கான சரியான ஒரு சப்போர்ட் இல்லை. டிபெண்டன்சி வேற லெவல்ல இருக்கு. சரிங்களா? அதனாலதான் நான் வந்து ஒரு மிஷனா எடுத்து இந்த சேஞ்சை ஸ்டெப் பை ஸ்டெப்பா கொண்டு வர விருப்பப்பட்டேன். கண்டிப்பா உங்களோட சப்போர்ட் ஆகும். டுகெதர் we can take those small steps daily. தினம் அந்த ஸ்டெப்ஸ் நாம எடுக்கலாம். கன்சிஸ்டன்டா, அதாவது ஒரு நாள் விடாம டெய்லி எடுத்து along with supporting power of this wonderful community, we can make the elders hold their head high. தலையிலிருந்து சந்தோஷமா வைக்கலாம். All you need to do is right now participate every day.
சரிங்களா? இந்த கம்யூனிட்டி டோட்டலா 100% ஃப்ரீ. கூடிய சீக்கிரம் இந்த ஸ்டே ஆக்டிவ் மூவ்மெண்ட் இப்போ நிறைய இருக்கு. அது வந்து ஒரு பெரிய மரமா வளர்ந்து உங்களை மாதிரி முதியோர்கள் மற்றும் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் அவங்கள வந்து ஒரு டிஃப்ரெண்ட் லெவலில் கொண்டு நிற்க வேண்டும். சரிங்களா? லெட்ஸ் பிகின் திஸ் ஜர்னி டுகெதர். நம்ம ஒண்ணா ஆரம்பிப்போம்.
Wonderful. I see some comments that the audio is not clear or in English. So this is what I'm going to do. After this webinar is over, I'm going to put links to this particular video so that you can watch it at your convenience. I will also put the link to the English version of this video on our Stay Active Movement community. I hope that is okay. Now let me with great pleasure and pride hand over the floor to Jagannathan, who is the founder of Stay Active Movement and who's going to curate today's session about let's honor life's journey and shared achievements. Jagan, the floor is all yours.
Thanks, Akash. That was nice of you. A good introduction. Friends, I'm Jagannathan, founder of Stay Active Movement 4075 Kovai. Today's topic is let's honor our life's journey and shared achievements. Getting some feedback from a lot of the previous session participants, this presentation will also have the Tamil translation of the English contents, whatever we are showing in the slide. So that should be helpful for the participants. And as already informed you, I would request you to have a pen and a paper. So this has got something to note down, jot down, so that you can take some action later on after the program is over. So my request is like, please have a pen and a paper nearby you. So that should set the ball rolling for the day. Friends, today we celebrate you. I repeat, today we celebrate you, your journey, your strength, and the incredible moment that shaped you. So this day is all about you. It has got nothing to do with anybody else, nor me sitting on the other side of the screen. It is to do with only you, to celebrate you. So remember, we are here to celebrate you, your journey, your strength, and the incredible moments that shaped you. This session will also require your participation and sharing whatever is possible from your end. So we can also think about chatting or unmuting and sharing your points as and when required. Why this celebration? What happens? What is the benefit? Simple, we just jotted down these things. We had a brainstorming. What came from the people where our self-esteem and self-worth increases. The confidence increases. We get to know what our strengths are and what we have achieved in the past and what we can still do with these strengths in the future. Of course, the happiness hormone starts increasing. The hormone secretion is good. We always are smiling at the people who are around us, and there's a positive vibration. Wherever we go, we are able to create an impact. That positive vibration is always with us. And for the future life, there's always a hope, which is more powerful and more convincing. And of course, the last one is the inner strength. Friends, now if you have a look at all these 8 factors, all these 8 factors are interrelated, which means all these things can be achieved by answering this first question, why we celebrate. So the importance of celebration is we get all these benefits, and there are much more which are intangible. Now the question boils down to how do we do it? When do we do it? How do we do it? So this session is all about celebrating every individual, each and every moment of your life. Let's begin the journey. My first question will be for your reflection. If you could capture your life's journey in just one sentence, what would it be? If you could capture your life's journey in just one sentence, what would it be? உங்கள் வாழ்க்கை பயணத்தை ஒரே வாக்கியத்தில் படம் பிடிக்க முடிந்தால் அது என்னவாக இருக்கும்? You can unmute the mic and you can give the answer, or you can use the chat box.
Again, as a co-founder, I hope I can also share.
Yes.
What do you say?
Yes.
While I'm sure others are also trying to frame, and then for all of you guys, we've not discussed the answers at all. So this is as new to me as much as it is to you. But if I have to answer this question again, I will say an extraordinarily happy and a valuable roller coaster ride. That is what I would say. If I could capture my life's journey in one sentence, what would it be? An extraordinarily happy and a valuable roller coaster ride. Life is all about the ups and downs, but at the same time, I've been extraordinarily happy, and I am blessed. I value life as much as it is.
Yes, Akash. Thanks for the sharing. We have got a few sharing from the participants. Hema says happiness in my journey. Great. Vaishali says surviving to thriving. Okay, that's been a major shift. Great. Sumati says, in spite of many obstacles, I have made it well up to now. Great going. Suresh says, wasted much time not knowing many things. Okay. Sindhil says, begin with an end in mind. Wonderful. Vaishali again says, hello, since your video was not clear, can you please introduce Stay Active again? We'll share the video link with you once again. We got the English version, we'll also share it with you. Mr. Arun Subramaniam says, yeah, uninterrupted flow of learning. Yes, Mr. Suresh, since I know you from pre-COVID, like you're on the learning flow, yes. And yeah, those yes, bad attitudes only the disability. Wonderful, friends. Dr. Vellala Rilango says, achieving the goals. So,
There
what? Yes, Akash.
That Tendril, who's also mentioned faith journey.
Okay, fine. Premila says, life is learning, change is inevitable, go with the flow. Wonderful. Thank you, friends. So, this sums up that one line of your powerful experience of your life's journey. I would also like to share my life's journey. It has been a roller coaster ride, firefighting, brickbats, all on the way. Yes, even today it happens. I'm still learning and growing. Great. Sindhil says, think, ink, plan, and act. Wonderful. Think, ink, plan, and act. Great, friends. That's just the tone. So now we know like what is that one line we can sum up our life with. Now, the next point for reflection. What is one achievement that fills your heart with pride? What is one achievement that fills your heart with pride? Akash, I would like you to answer this. Just before that, உங்கள் இதயத்தை பெருமையால் நிரப்பும் ஒரு சாதனை எது? Yes, Akash.
The only problem I have is you have asked one. I have so many, but picking one, it's not going to be easy. But let me take the plunge. And then for me, the biggest one would be that I have persistently built something that I have always believed in, which is my organization. Yes, so that's one achievement that fills my heart with pride, because I will tell you, there were times when I wanted to so much give up. There were times when I would think, am I doing the right thing? And then there were times when the world made me think I am stupid. But But what I'm extraordinarily proud of is that I did not succumb to any of it. I believed in myself. I believed in the greater good that I'm creating with my organization, and I stuck to my beliefs. I was persistent, and that's one achievement that absolutely fills my heart with pride every day of the week, every week of the month, every month of the year.
Thanks, Akash. I have a few answers here. Okay. Mr. Suresh says, I made few stop smoking. Wonderful. Really proud of it, Mr. Suresh. You made few other people to stop smoking. Wonderful. Pramila says, independence and perseverance built my life. Okay, good. Vaishali says, I think my biggest achievement is the peace I experienced today. Great. Senthil says, participated in 1986 Republic Day parade representing Tamil Nadu Air Force contingent. Wow, you're a gifted person. Great. Participated in 1986 Republic Day parade. Okay. Mr. Arun Subramaniam says, seeing that my children are well settled with their family. Yes. Yes. And of course, shortly you'll also be thinking about your grandchildren also. It's life is a cycle, it goes on. Great. Kanmar Yadav says, my achievement is knowing human life. It's nothing but continuous happiness in our innate nature. Very deep and profound. I like to read it once again. My achievement is knowing human life. It's nothing but continuous happiness in our innate nature. Great. Sumati says to stand strongly for views and not given to others. Standing for yourself. Great point, Sumati. Great sharing, friends. One thing what I hold high is that one particular achievement is the day, I'll say it was in my 12th holidays, when I still didn't have a clue as to what course I was going to take, what was it I was going to do next, which college, whether it's arts or engineering. I didn't know what it was. That was one point where I got stuck up for quite a long period of time. I was spoken to at least 100 plus people to know, just to know like what course I should take. Then I finally got the answer from everybody. You decide. You know, that realization, that moment when I got that insight as to I need to take the decision as to what my next step in my life will be was my great achievement. And from that point onwards, I've been moving ahead with this one particular learning. And Akash, I think we got three more sharing. Hema says, I stood up in many years of obstacles. Okay. Dr. Velala says, helping the people for their real needs. Excellent, sir. And Tentalasi says, counseling COVID patients and their caretakers during second. Friends, COVID was one terrible situation which I'm sure all of us would have gone through. Somebody directly or indirectly known to us have been affected, and we have gone through that particular phase where we never knew when the solution was there. Yes, and I'm sure that COVID was one particular period of our lifetime when we made a lot of decisions and made sure that we stuck on to a lot of things. It was a learning point for most of us. Thank you, friends. As we move on, I invite the audience to reflect on a challenge. Reflect on a challenge you have overcome. How did it shape the person you are today? Reflect on a challenge you have overcome. Our life is not a bed of roses. We always have some challenges in between. So reflect on it. How did it shape the person you are today? நீங்கள் கடந்து வந்த ஒரு சவாலை பற்றி சிந்தித்து பாருங்கள். அது இன்று நீங்கள் இருக்கும் நபரை எவ்வாறு வடிவமைத்தது? Akash, I made some sharing from your end.
Is there an option to say pass? These questions are very profound. I think I think one of the challenges that I have overcome, and I resonate with somebody who said that they stopped smoking, was the challenge of self-doubt. Smoking was my partner for 18 long years, and the day when it came that yeah, this is the day that I thought, okay, I should quit smoking moving forward. But it took one year and about 8 months for me to conclude, because I had this self doubt: can I do it or can I not do it? And I overcame that challenge. Of course, I got a lot of help, but ultimately self doubt was something that I overcame, and I'm very proud to say that it's 2 years now, and I've not smoked since that day.
Wonderful, Akash. And that point which triggered you, that I think that point was made by Mr. Suresh. And what he had actually mentioned was he had made many of his friends to stop smoking.
That's noble.
That's a noble deed.
Good evening, all, sir.
Yes.
I
Yes.
too used to smoke once upon a time. So when I started thinking to stop it, I know how to stop it, and in that experience, I made a few of my friends to stop smoking as I experience. Once, if you get experience, and when you make the same experience felt by others, they realize, and they stop whatever you want, you can achieve it. As a thing I learned in my past life. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Suresh. And for this particular reflection point, Mr. Suresh has shared controlling my monkey mind and shape my mind. Yes. So that is what you are here today. Your experiences, what you gathered in your personal life, you took the courage to come forward and share it with the people so that you can create a better community and environment. Yes. Vaishali Naik says change from employment to entrepreneurship. Friends, I okay, that was something which I also experienced in my entire life. I worked only for 6 months, and believe me, friend, that 6 months was as if I was in a prison. The moment I started my journey as an entrepreneur, then things started changing. So I 100% reflect with Vaishali that shift from the employment phase to the entrepreneurship phase. Somebody says being patient and giving time for the problem to dilute by itself. Okay, so you had the patience to wait. Okay, that was something which you had learned in your journey of life. Great. Alagarajan, Alagaraj, Alugarajan Ramar. எந்த அழகராஜன் சார் மைக் நீங்க ஓபன் பண்ணி பேசலாங்க சார். தமிழ்ல போட்டிருக்கீங்க. Can somebody come forward to read this thing written in Tamil?
I think he has unmuted.
Okay.
Unmute பண்ணேன்.
Yes.
சார் வணக்கம் சார்.
No, you don't have to be here. Please share.
சார் கேக்குதுங்களா?
Yes, கேக்குதுங்க.
சார் நான் வீடு வாங்குறதுக்கு லோனுக்கு ரொம்ப ஸ்ட்ரகிள் ஆனது, ரொம்ப இதான அது நல்லா. அப்புறம் அந்த பிரச்சனையை சால்வ் பண்ணி புது வீட்டுக்கு வந்த பிறகு நினச்சேன் எந்த பிரச்சனைக்கும் ஒரு தீர்வு இருக்கும், அதை நோக்கி நம்ம போகலாம் அப்படின்னு முடிவு பண்ணேன். ஸோ இப்போ எந்த பிரச்சனை இருந்தாலும் ஒரு தீர்வு இருக்குது, அதை எப்படி அடைய போகிறோங்கிறது ஒரு குரியாசிட்டியாக தான் இருக்கும் எனக்கு.
Very nice. Thank you.
Oh, thanks.
Thank you, Ramarji. We have Sindhil who says understanding people's mind. Yes, the most important thing which helps us to move ahead. Friends, you would have seen this slide, and you would have seen the things written in Tamil also in the bottom. So I have the struggle. My second language was Hindi in school, so I never knew anything in Tamil. So literally, like say last 5 to 7 years, I started sitting with my daughter and learning from her. My challenge was that not knowing my mother tongue Tamil. So when I'm reading it from the slide, because it was just because I've already read it twice before I made the presentation. So that's the reason why I had this comfort zone. Thanks, Ramar. So reflecting on a challenge that each one of us overcome, and we also knew the reason. We came to know the reason how it has shaped us as a person whom we are here today. And friends, all of us will agree that each challenge which we face has shaped us to be a better person, a learning for ourselves, a learning which can be transformed to somebody else and make them better. And we have got Premila Palnichami who says, building a house independently made me to realize real people. Yes, building a house is a task. I'll say like you learn anything and everything. There's a saying in Tamil which says, கல்யாணத்தை பண்ணிப்பாரு வீட்டை கட்டிப்பாரு வாழ்க்கைனா என்னன்னு தெரியும்ட்டு. So you get a marriage done, organize a marriage or build a house, you get to know A to Z of everything, every process, every individual, every item or skill which will make you into a better person. Thanks, Pamela, for sharing that. Thank you, friends. And as I told you, like you will definitely be having a pen and a paper. In case you're not able to share, it's okay. You can just make a note of it, because the forthcoming slides require you to take your pen and a paper and do some small work. We'll move ahead. Okay, something interesting, and this time it's got you to make some choices. Who has been your biggest supporter in life? Or who has stood by you, lifting you up in life's toughest moment? I'll read the question again. Who has been your biggest supporter in life? Or who has stood by you, lifting you up in life's toughest moments? In this, you have around five or six areas. One, you can think in terms of your friend, somebody who has been with you, your family members, your mentor or guide, or somebody from business or your career or your work area. So these are typically some areas which we can think about. What I invite you to do is think about that one person who has been your biggest support in life, or that one person who has stood by you when you had tough moments in your life and was lifted you up. You can think in these areas. You can share in the chat box, or you can just write it down. You can take a minute or two for this. உங்க வாழ்க்கையோட பயணத்துல உங்களோட வளர்ச்சிக்கு யார் நல்ல சப்போர்ட்டா இருந்தாங்க, அதே மாதிரி நீங்க வாழ்க்கையில கடினமான சிச்சுவேஷன்ல சூழ்நிலையில் இருக்கும்போது உங்களை யாரு ஒரு தோள் கொடுத்து உங்களை மேல தூக்கி விட்டாங்க. அப்போ அந்த மாதிரி ஏரியால பாக்குறப்போ நம்ம ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ்ல சில பேர் இருப்பாங்க, நம்ம ஃபேமிலியில சில பேர் இருப்பாங்க, நம்மளுக்கு மென்டர் கைடன்ஸ் சில பேர் இருப்பாங்க, நம்ம பிசினஸ் சில பேர் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணியிருப்பாங்க, நம்ம கேரியர்ல, நம்ம ஒர்க் பிளேஸ்ல. இந்த ஏரியால இருக்கக்கூடிய மெம்பர்ஸை நீங்க ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணி எழுதலாம், இல்லாட்டி சாட் பாக்ஸ்ல போடலாம். ஒரு ஒரு ஒன்னு இல்லாட்டி 2 நிமிஷம் நம்ம எடுத்துக்கலாம்.
I think there are. Is it okay if I speak?
Yes, sure.
I think there are three significant people who come to me. One is a friend of mine, and there is no specific order. Okay, so if at all this goes to my wife, I have to tell you, my wife, that this is not in the order of importance or anything. One obviously has been a friend of mine by name Subhash. He's we don't speak much, but he's been there when I needed him, and I have been there when he needed me the most. Second, obviously, I have to definitely side with Arun, not because he's mentioned, but because I absolutely agree with him that in that sense that my wife has also been one of my biggest supporters. And third has been my family. So quite significantly. There's always great trust that my mom, my dad, my brothers have always had in me. Uh, Self-confidence, you name it. I mean, they just know that okay, if this guy is going to do something, we just need to stand by him and support him in whatever way we can, and things will happen. So that's something that has always been there.
Thanks, Akash. Friends, you can either put it in chat or you can open the mic and share as what Akash was doing. You're at your freedom. Friends, நீங்க chatல போடலாம் இல்லாட்டி மைக் ஓபன் பண்ணி பேசுவாங்க நீங்க பேசலாம். I'm just opening up the chat. Okay. Okay, Dr. Villala says during 1978, after joining the employment in just 3 months after the education, I was advised by the railway interview committee not to join the government services, which helped me to become an entrepreneur during 1992. Great. Pramila Palaniswamy says parents and siblings. Yes. Okay. Arun Subramaniam says my biggest supporter has always been my harshest critic. Good choice of words, sir. Harshest critic, my wife. Okay. Mr. K.T. Suresh says family. Great. Mr. GK says the biggest challenge of people above 45 is source of income. And when do you plan to discuss that? Just curious. That Mr. Akash will handle it separately in a session. Great. Dr. Velula says, during my crisis period, the God only has helped me to walk. Yes, we didn't include God. Okay, I need to add in that point also. I'll do that, sir. Sumde says moral support has come from all the 4 sources mentioned in the presentation. Yes. Vaishali says my mom, my husband, my brother, and partner. Okay. Family and friends and mentor. Wonderful sharing, friends. Friends, when I look back, I have a long list to go, beginning with Akash. So I know Akash when I was into my business, and Akash was just into diploma. So our relationship just started from there and still continues. And during COVID, I came across Mr. Arun Subramaniam, who's here in this group, wonderful group, a doyen with a humongous experience and exposure to the organizations and how the business world works. Dr. Sindhil, who's here, whom I came across in my JC career, and Mr. Suresh, whom I came across in my journey with the Panch Gurukulam. Like we keep learning from all these people. A big thanks to all of you. Hema says family and friends and a mentor. Yes, friends. So we have a lot of people who have been a big source of support to us and who have stood by us when we had faced the toughest moments in our life. Friends, I invite you to take a moment to appreciate someone, that particular people who came across your mind, whom you shared or whom you noted down, who had made a difference in your journey. Tag them and express your gratitude to them. Friends, take a moment to appreciate someone who made a difference in your journey. Tag them and express your gratitude. உங்க வாழ்க்கை பயணத்துல உங்களுக்கு உறுதுணையா நின்றவங்க, உங்களை ஹெல்ப் பண்ணவங்க, உங்களுக்கு உதவுனவங்க, கஷ்ட காலத்துல ஒரு கைடன்ஸ் கொடுத்தவங்க, இவங்களுக்கு உங்களோட நன்றியை தெரிவிச்சுக்குங்க. இதுக்கான ஒரு வாய்ப்பு இது. நீங்க யாருக்கு இந்த நன்றி தெரிவிக்கணுமோ ஒரு பேப்பர்ல நீங்க நோட் பண்ணி வச்சுக்கோங்க. இந்த செஷன் முடிஞ்சோடனே இமீடியட்டா கால் பண்ணி பேசுங்க. கண்டிப்பா கால் பண்ற தூரத்துல தான் அவங்க எல்லாமே இருப்பாங்க. அப்படி இல்லை அவங்க நம்பர் இல்லைன்னா அந்த பர்சனை நீங்க இன்னைக்கே தேட ஆரம்பிச்சு அவங்க நம்பர் எப்படியாச்சும் உங்க ஃப்ரெண்டோட பிடிச்சும் கூட நீங்க வாங்கலாம். மனம் இருந்தால் மார்க்கம் உண்டு. Akash, whom do you have to thank? How are you going to thank them? I'll ask this particular question. How are you going to show your gratitude to them?
Right. Sometimes, Jagan, we lack the courage to actually thank them on their face. Thanking somebody takes a lot of courage. If you actually, need to, it's very easy to say thank you. Those are just two words. But if you need to thank them from the bottom of your heart, you have to tell why. Why are you thanking them? And when you say why, that is where the courage is required. Sometimes it is difficult to summon so much courage, and that is why we don't thank it. Right? Many times we feel very, இதெல்லாம் என்ன சொல்லணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி. But I think there are two significant people whom I'd like to thank after this meeting is over. And I would like to thank them through a voice note. Through a voice note. So it's many times it's not necessary to thank only in person. What we need to ensure is we thank somehow or the other. So it's okay, even if we are not able to thank in person, let's thank using voice notes. Let's thank using letters. Let's thank using profound language which we can express through voice.
Akash, I have a question to you here. Since you're a technology geek, like each and everything, like WhatsApp, Instagram, blah blah blah. Can you share a few tips on this? Because we are in the technology age, communicating with the younger generation is always a challenge.
Here I would like to differ. If you ask me, the best way to thank somebody is not to actually use technology. Instead, go old age, go pen and paper. Write whatever you want on a pen and paper. Write a letter. Okay, you may not physically send the letter, but you can take a photo of the letter, a clear photo of the letter, and send it through WhatsApp or send it through email. But though I'm a technology person here, I would say go back to the basics.
Okay.
Write the pen and paper. Take a pen and paper, and or otherwise you could also thank using video. If at all, definitely we need to use technology. I have done that. I have, recently I celebrated my 15th year of working, 16th year of working. So all my organizations, team members sent me wishes. So to all of them, I made a common video and I thanked each and every one of them. So that's through the video. Technology has to be done. So that's something that I would suggest.
Thanks, Akash. Wonderful. Friends, we have planned for a separate session on expressing gratitude. Only on gratitude topic, we got a separate session planned up sometime in the month of March. We'll keep you informed on that. Suresh has given a great thumbs up. Dr. Velalar Ilango has the following message. I thank my ex-managing director, Mr. S. Dharmalingam, who has changed me from the employee to the employer during 1992. Great. Sumati says handwritten words are really more meaningful. And again, Venkatesh Soundarajan has put in a great thumbs up. Fine. Friends, I also have this thing. Like, it's never too late to express your gratitude. Some of us think, that was the right time when I should have told my friend about this. No, it is not like that. Probably it could have been the best time there, but even today, it still holds good. But today, it makes it more powerful and more meaningful because you're going after a set period of time, after a few days or hours have lapsed, which means your friend or the person who has helped you has really made their mark in your life. So nothing's going to stop you. All you have to do is just take up your mobile, call, WhatsApp by video, or WhatsApp a written note. Anything is fine. Do it today. Do it immediately after the meeting. Thank you. What keeps you moving forward? A question which you need to think and give your answer in the chat box or in the voice. What keeps you moving forward? Family, passion, challenges, or community? உங்களை முன்னோக்கி நகர்த்த வைப்பது எது? குடும்பமா, ஆர்வமா, சவால்களா, இல்ல சமூகமா? உங்களை முன்னோக்கி வாழ்க்கையில கொண்டு போறது எதுங்க? What keeps you moving forward in life?
You didn't ask me, but I am definitely going to answer.
Yes.
So right now, so for me, it has not been only one. At different times, it was different things. You know, during our road track days, Jagan, it was actually the community.
Yes.
Yeah. What do I want to do? How do I want to make a difference? How do I bring positive leadership in the community? All of that. So at that point in time, it was community, and maybe when you know, during my later stages in the life, it would be community as well, because that's the vision that I have, that the world around me I should leave the world around me a lot better than what I came in. But right now, you know what's driving me? My family, specifically my 3-year-old daughters.
I know this is the reason why you ran away from office by 7
Yes.
sharp.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So 7 is late.
7. Yeah.
So that's keeping me forward, moving forward. Thank you.
Thanks, Akash, for the sharing. Friends, Sumati says passion, great. Dr. Velula Rilago says challenges, great. Vaishali says desire to contribute. Okay, desire to contribute. Hema says passion. Venkatesh Wangarajan says everyday new challenges. Yes. And Sundareshwaran says continuous learning. Okay. Sindhil says challenge is one thing that keeps me fresh. Great. And Suresh says people around me need a helping hand that makes me moving forward. So that is the community around you. Thanks a lot, friends. Just I was listening to Akash and reading through your answers. What I found out is like I just now discovered, like I've been through all these 4 stages during different stages of my life. At one point in time, it was my family, but before I got married, it was my passion, what I like to do, that kept me moving. And then at certain points of time, you know, like building a house, getting a loan, the challenges which we meet, and you know, like you had to do your financial planning. Yes, but one thing which stood throughout my career was passion and community. These 2 things kept me rolling. I think Akash, as you rightly said, these 2 were the most important things which kept me rolling. Friends, definitely all of us will change. Let's explore what life has to us in future. My last thought-provoking question to you. What is one powerful takeaway from today's session that truly resonated with you? What is one powerful takeaway from today's session that truly resonated with you? இன்றைய செஷன்ல இருந்து உங்களுக்கு உண்மையிலேயே உங்க கூட கனெக்ட் ஆன விஷயம் என்ன எடுத்துக்கிறீங்க? எது கூட இங்க கனெக்ட் ஆச்சு? I invite you to use the chat box or you unmute and you can also share. My one powerful takeaway from today's session is like I had develop this content. I had few answers, and I was also able to get some more additional points and inputs into this session. The sharing from the participants was wonderful. That is what resonated with me. I thought this could be put in, but I didn't do it. But now I felt like that should have also been added. Thank you, friends, for the inputs.
Yeah, if you ask me, my powerful takeaway is that many times we keep running and running and running, but there are times when we need to stop. We need to take a stock of all of this. What the questions that you have mentioned. We need to celebrate our journey, and that requires us to slow down a bit. Like how the pace of this meeting is. Actually, the pace of this meeting is not fast. It is in fact slow. And there is so much of meaning in slowness, which in today's rat race for life we forget. So I am reminded that we should take stock of all of this and significantly gratitude.
Thank you, Akash. And somebody says it was nice to reflect on my life. Hema says expressing gratitude. Sindhil says Thanksgiving. Have it as a culture. Yes, we need to have it as a culture. I've seen some families having it as a culture. As in, when the possibilities are there, they do this Thanksgiving process. Yes, Hema says celebrating on small things. Yes, celebrating small successes, small support. Okay, Vaishali says, thank you for the session. One takeaway is power of shared reflections. Yes, Vaishali. Shared, once things are shared, it becomes multiplied. The power of synergy starts taking over. So let's move ahead. Every journey is unique. Every milestone matters. Let's continue to honor and celebrate our stories together. Vaishali, this sums up your last point. Every journey is unique. Every milestone matters. Let's continue to honor and celebrate our stories together. We have a lot to learn from each other, a lot to celebrate. Celebrating alone is different. Celebrating together as a community, as a team, as a family, as an organization is totally different. ஒவ்வொரு பயணமும் தனித்துவமானது. ஒவ்வொரு மைல்கல்லையும் முக்கியமானது. நம் கதைகளை ஒன்றாக கோர்வித்து கொண்டாடுவோம். நம்ம ஒவ்வொருத்தரோட லைஃபோட ஜேர்னியும் ஒவ்வொரு மாதிரிங்க யூனிக்கா இருக்கு. அதோட ஒவ்வொரு பாயிண்ட் மைல் ஸ்டோன்ஸும் ரொம்ப முக்கியம். நம்ம கடந்த வந்த பாதை ஒவ்வொன்றும் ஒரு இன்சிடென்ட்டும் முக்கியம். அதை நம்ம அங்கீகரிப்போம். அதுல இருந்து நம்ம நிறைய கத்துக்கிட்டோம். ஆனா கத்துக்கிட்டது மட்டும் இல்லாம அதையும் நம்ம செலிப்ரேட் பண்ணுவோம். தனியாகவும் பண்ணலாம், நம்ம ஃபேமிலியோடையும் பண்ணலாம், நம்ம ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸோடையும் பண்ணலாம், நம்ம கம்யூனிட்டியோடையும் பண்ணலாம். Vaishali, thank you for the session. One takeaway, okay, power of shared reflections. Yes, Dr. Velala says helping the needy people always. Yes, Dr. Velala. And I would request you to unmute the mic and repeat after me the affirmation. These affirmations are something which makes us feel rooted to a particular thing. Okay, I'll read. Affirmation. I honor my past.
I honor my
past.
Embrace my present.
Embrace my present.
And step into my future.
And step into my future.
With confidence and gratitude.
With
confidence and gratitude.
Thank you, friends. தமிழ்ல இது யாராச்சும் படிச்சீங்கன்னா கொஞ்சம் ஹெல்ப்ஃபுல்லா இருக்கும்.
நான் என் கடந்த காலத்தை மதிக்கிறேன்.
நான் என் கடந்த காலத்தை மதிக்கிறேன்.
என் நிகழ்காலத்தை ஏற்றுக்கொள்கிறேன்.
என் நிகழ்காலத்தை ஏற்றுக்கொள்கிறேன்.
நம்பிக்கையுடனும் நன்றியுடனும் என் எதிர்காலத்தில் அடியெடுத்து வைக்கிறேன்.
நம்பிக்கையுடனும் நன்றியுடனும்
நன்றியுடனும் என்
எதிர்காலத்தில்
எதிர்காலத்தில்
அடியெடுத்து
அடியெடுத்து
வைக்கிறேன்.
வைக்கிறேன்.
Thank you, friends. Wonderful, wonderful participation. And we got a small chat here. Okay, Akash says, I honor my past, embrace. Okay, great. Okay. Akash, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, Jagan, and thank you each and every one of you. Oh my God, what a session it was. I'm truly at a loss of words. And I believe on behalf of all the participants, I can definitely say that there are some emotions that are coming out, that are flowing out of our hearts. Jagan, through his thoughtful questions, has not only provoked our thoughts, but he has also provoked our feelings. He has also provoked something which is very dear to us, which is our emotions. Jagan, thank you so much, and I also express to each and every one of the participants, either you would have contributed via the chat, or you would have contributed by writing it on your own place, on a pen and paper, or I saw a lot of people unmute and speak when we did the affirmation. So thank you so very much, each and every participant. We are truly pleasured to have you among us, and this is exactly what we want to do, right? Vaishali had asked us a little earlier, what do we do as a movement, as a stay active movement? 40-75. So 40-75 is nothing but the age group between 40 until 75. Any change that we make during these years are the formative years for our second innings, which come after we become 65 and 70. And our mission, we, myself and Jagan, we are on this very, very, very mission critical mission to make 1 million elders stay active and fulfilled, making their senior years among the best of their lives. And that is the reason why we are talking about the 40-75 age group, right? Because we sow the seeds today. This is what is going to make a difference tomorrow, 10 years down the line, 15 years down the line, 20 years down the line, when 40, 45, 50-year people become 60s and 70s and 80s and 90s. That is where the stay active movement's real fruits will come out, because by then we would have touched 1 million elders, making their life one of their most meaningful life. Something that I have realized, and I know that we have overshot by 1 minute, but I'm not going to take more than 2 minutes, is that India has significant youth population which is going to age, and we have just 33 more years when a majority of our population ages, right? So 33 years is not long, friends. It's just 3 decades away. And that is where our commitment is, and that is where we are treating this as a movement, right? It's not an organization, it's not an NGO. We want it to be a movement. We have started in Coimbatore, and we believe that somehow these ripples will go to the length and breadth of our country, and God wanting, it will also go to the length and breadth of this whole world. What we do in Stay Active movement, if you see, we have all of our online events and online community is 100% free. There is absolutely no charge to anyone whatsoever. This webinar is a testament of that. The previous 3 webinars, which are our online events, is also a testament that we are committed to serving the society first. And then we also offer premium workshops, experiential full day events, and coaching programs, which obviously are paid programs. So what you can see as free is Stay Active Movement's online community and our weekly webinars by chosen experts. What is paid is we've not started the workshops yet, but like how Jagan mentioned, we are going to start them in March, in April, in May. So every month we're going to have a in-person workshop, experiential day-long events and coaching programs, one-to-many group coaching programs for us to have a fulfilled life, a better life moving forward. So this is what, if I have to sum up, is what Stay Active movement. And we would love your help. We would love your help. One obviously is for you to join our community, the Stay Active community. I think many of you are already a members of. And second is to spread this word, right? Is to spread the word. So if you can help us reach a lot more like-minded people, people between the ages of 40 and 75, that's something extraordinary that can happen. And that's how you can also be a part of this movement. So thank you so very much, each and every one of you, for your time and for your efforts and for your undivided attention today. And if you have any questions, which I'm sure most of us we have gone through, but if you have, we will hang around for another few minutes. But otherwise, we let's call it a day. You can also put comments on the chat box. Any questions on the chat box? Myself, Jagan, will be here. We'll take it up. Thank you so very much, ladies and gentlemen, and let's continue to be in touch. Please follow us on LinkedIn, on YouTube. Please follow us on Instagram. All of these links we will send you over WhatsApp, and let's rock. Let's make India a great place for the elders to live. Thank you. Thank you everyone for participating as well. Thank you, Prajush. Interesting and thought-provoking session. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prajosh. Thank you, Vaishali. Thank you, Suresh. Thank you, Dr. Vellar. Thank you, Akash. Thank you. Thanks a lot. And thanks a lot. So we'll be back again next week.
Thank you.